Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys all about the things they do not tell you about postpartum healing. This is really specifically for like the first week or so after you have your baby. I was shocked, let me just tell you. It was like, before I start really quickly, I just want to say this is going to be a super TMI video. So if you are a male or if you are just somebody who gets very squeamish very easily, you might not want to watch this. I feel like I just need to say it just in case. Hopefully I can help some of you guys out with what to expect when you're going through this stage of life. So I had a vaginal birth, but I'm sure a lot of these things women still experience if they have cesareans. I have a little list on my phone that I wrote. It's not a whole bunch of stuff, but these things were definitely a huge surprise. You have a baby, there's like this smell that your baby has and that you have after you have your baby. It is the weirdest thing. My husband even pointed out, he was like, you smell like Brody. Brody has a smell, like this is so weird. And you're like holding your baby and they smell so strongly of this scent. I don't know if anybody else has experienced this. If you have, please let me know. But it's like very like musky. It smelled very good to me because that was how my baby smelled. But like when I was showering after I had Brody for the first time, I was like, I couldn't get it off. I was like scrubbing everything and I was washing my hair and I was washing my body and it just wouldn't go away. And I'm pretty sure it lingered for at least 2 weeks after Brody was born. And it was the most insane thing to me. When you have a baby, everything looks different. And I'm sure that you're probably thinking, duh, but let me just tell you, like everything looks different. At first I expected to have my baby and my stomach to go down a lot. It didn't. The first time I looked in the mirror after having Brody, it was probably like 24 hours after Brody was born. I was shocked, very shocked. My stomach had the weirdest shape. It was still big, but it was like a big egg. Like it was so pointy. And when I touched it, it was like Jello. It was so jiggly. And then I turned around. If you have your baby, just don't even, my advice to you is to just don't look down there. Don't look, don't feel it, you're gonna be curious. I was extremely curious, which is why I looked. When I turned around to look at my backside, I could see my front from the back. I could see it, the front. I could see my vagina when I was looking at my butt. I don't even know how that's possible. Like I'm still picturing it. I almost fainted. I'm not even kidding. So insane. But everything just looks so different after you have a baby. It obviously goes down, but you have to realize that like when you have a baby, everything just gets so swollen and your entire body will swell even after delivery. I didn't know that either. But you'll swell up like a balloon. It's almost like your body parts just shift. Like internally they shift, but externally they shift. Everything is displaced and it's the most bizarre thing. I didn't recognize myself. If I look at pictures of right after I had Brody, it's very terrifying, but it goes down. Don't worry, everything goes back to normal. Your downstairs goes back to normal. For the most part, your breasts will go back to normal. Things will look different for a while, but just give yourself grace and give yourself time to heal and it will be fine. When you're in the hospital delivering your baby, basically all of your modesty just goes out the window. In labor, obviously you're hooked up to so many things and all these people are checking on you and they're checking down there. They're just making sure everything's okay. And it's very like, you don't care at the time, but it's just so much. And after you have a baby, you have to like push on your stomach for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know what the reasoning is for this, but they do it often and it hurts. And when they would push on my stomach, I would just bleed so much. And I know this sounds really TMI, but just like so much. And I peed myself. Like every time they did it, I kept peeing myself and I couldn't stop. And then my nurse came in and she checked me the way I just told you guys. And I was expecting it because at that point it had happened like 3 times. And then she was like, okay, and if you could just lay on your side, I'm just gonna check you for hemorrhoids. She had to look at my butt. I think I was so embarrassed because she did it in front of my husband. And I was like, oh. And then the whole time I was like, please don't let me have them. Please, Lord, please don't let me have a hemorrhoid. And she was like, nope, you're all clear. That is something that a lot of people don't tell you, that you don't expect, is all of the invasive checks postpartum. Makes me shudder. Another thing that I wasn't expecting was how much of a process it was to go to the bathroom after you have a baby. Like a 20-minute ordeal every time, at least the first couple of days, at least. So getting up from a sitting or a laying position hurts, and you're sore walking to the bathroom. My back was really sore after I had Brody, and then I would get to the bathroom, and then you can't just pee. When you have a baby, peeing burns. It burns so bad. So they give you a peri bottle, and you're supposed to fill it with warm water and kind of just like spritz yourself while you urinate, and it's supposed to alleviate the discomfort. Then you have to like brace yourself. You have to prepare to do the act of peeing because you know it's gonna hurt. And then you just let go and let God. Like, you just start peeing and it's burning, and you're using the bottle, and you're just like praying for it to be over already. But by the time you get ready to pee, after you've done all of those steps, you're basically peeing your pants already, because when you have a baby, your bladder control is shot. I had none. I had zero. I would pee myself walking to the bathroom. I would pee myself bending over. It takes a lot out of your bladder muscles, that's for sure. Then if you tear, you have to, it's like a little concoction that you have to make. So for me, it was a padsicle, and then I would take Tux pads and I would kind of like strategically place them on my padsicle, because the Tux pads had like, they're for hemorrhoids, but they helped where my tear was. It just helped with a lot of like the discomfort. So I would place the Tux pads where I needed to place them, and then I would also use Dermaplast, which is that like foam for down there. It's really great. I highly recommend it. I use the one with the blue cap, but you have to make this giant like padsicle sandwich in your underwear, and then you put it on and you're good to go. But then you feel like you have this like 15-pound weight between your legs. I think it was like the first 9 days I counted were torture. I was not expecting how brutal the healing process was for first degree, and then I had a second degree, almost third degree tear on my perineum, which sitting hurt, standing hurt, and I won't get into it too much, but let me just say, doing number 2 after you have a baby feels like you're giving birth to baby number 2. At least it did for me, because I was stupid and I didn't listen to, somebody told me to start taking Colace at the hospital, which I did not because I didn't think I would need it. And here I was like 1 week postpartum, still had not gone number 2. And I was in so much pain because I needed to. And then I was like preparing myself to go number 2 when I finally did, especially because I had the second degree tear right on my perineum, which was so close to that area. I was probably in the bathroom for 45 minutes. I'm pretty sure it was 45 minutes. It's scary, but it's manageable. But just prepare yourself. Have like a postpartum care basket by your toilet. Have everything set up and ready, so when you need to use the restroom, you can just go. And it was a doozy. When you get pregnant, at least for me, I was a stomach sleeper. So I tried to sleep on my stomach as long as I could. I think I slept on my stomach till 20-something weeks, until it got uncomfortable. And when I couldn't sleep on my stomach anymore, I was so sad because I can only sleep on my stomach. It was something that I couldn't sleep if I wasn't laying on my stomach. And I was like, when I have this baby, I'm gonna sleep on my stomach again. It's gonna be amazing. I waited 9 long months to do this. It's gonna be the best sleep ever. I think I was like 4 days postpartum, and I was still sleeping the way I did when I was pregnant because I totally forgot. And I was going to go to bed, and I was like, oh, I can sleep on my stomach now. So I turned over to sleep on my stomach, and my boobs felt like rocks. It was so painful to lay on them because I had just gotten my milk. My milk came in on day 3, and they were so big. They were so engorged because my milk supply wasn't regulated. They were leaking. You're probably not gonna be able to sleep on your stomach for a while, especially if you're breastfeeding. That's the other thing that I was not expecting. Breast milk stains everything. Everything my breast milk got on, I could not get off. It was the biggest stain and I ruined so many clothes. I ruined so many bras. I still have all the bras that I wore when I was breastfeeding, and I have breast milk stains all over them. I wish somebody had told me that. It would have saved a lot of my clothes. That is everything that I was not expecting from the postpartum healing period. I'd love to hear what you guys were super shocked about. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos, and I will see you guys in my next one.